Hey everyone, it's Mariko Berg, Realtor with Bridgewell Real Estate Group, and welcome back to the Bridgewell vlog where I talk all things real estate. And today I am actually going to be diving into what is kind of a part two for this Strata insurance conversation that is going on right now. If you didn't watch my video last week, definitely make sure to check it out, and I will leave a link in the description down below. And that video was really talking about the premium side of things. This video, I wanted to give you guys a little bit more of a broader explanation of what's going on in terms of Strata insurance and this crisis that we're having for condos and townhouses. And I wanted to briefly touch on the premium side of things again, but also go into more of the deductible side of things, which is what existing homeowners really need to be aware of, because you actually need to take action and make changes to those coverages. So starting off with what is going on in the Strata insurance world right now, brief explanation if you don't know already. Condos and townhouses are really what's considered Strata for the most part. And in BC, what we're experiencing is a monopolization of the insurance market, which is in turn creating very large insurance premium increases and also an increase in deductible amounts. And so what does that really mean? I've broken it down here, as you can see. So there's the premium side of things, and then there's the deductible side of things. So the premium side of things, this is something that is going to be concerning for the Strata. So as I said in my last video, the Strata will allocate a certain amount of money to the insurance premium, or the insurance that the Strata needs to hold in their annual budget. And what happens is that the maintenance fees that you pay on a monthly basis will be broken down into the operating fund and the contingency reserve fund. So the operating fund is essentially the budget and what it takes to run the building or the complex on an annual basis, and the insurance premium is factored into this. So if the insurance premium rises, then that means that the budget rises as well. So in most situations, what's happening is we are seeing the budget increase, and because of that, the maintenance fee pays the budget for the most part, and so we're seeing maintenance fees increase a lot as well. And for these Strata insurance premiums, we're seeing 200, 300, 400% increases. So it definitely affects existing homeowners because a lot of them are seeing their maintenance fees rise. Some of them are seeing money being taken from the operating surplus or the contingency reserve fund to help pay these insurance premiums for the short term. And others are seeing special levies being incurred by the homeowners, which essentially means that they have to pay out of pocket for these insurance premiums. So this is definitely a big issue right now, and it's something that isn't going away. And so in my last video, I explained that I feel that an increase in the maintenance fee is probably one of the only sustainable ways for the Strata to be able to handle this insurance premium, because the budget isn't going down after this 1 year. It will probably continue to go up for a variety of factors, and so unless you can take something out of the budget to offset whatever cost the insurance premium is, the increase is, then that's the only way that you will be able to keep that maintenance fee the same. But this is also something that I think a lot of home buyers should be aware of. You should be asking whether or not the Strata has already factored in the insurance premium to their budget and what they've done about it, and also just anticipate any increased maintenance fees and try and get an estimate of how much they are. We've done that quite a bit for our clients, and so you definitely want to make sure that you have a realtor right now that is familiar with these insurance issues, and also can give you a pretty good gauge in comparison to other buildings, just in the event that a maintenance fee increase hasn't happened yet, or maybe the insurance renewal hasn't happened yet. All of these things need to be taken into consideration and definitely estimated at the very least. So moving on to the deductible, which I haven't really had the chance to talk about yet, even in my last video, I mean. So the deductible is affecting homeowners, and so what we're seeing is deductibles that are ranging from $5,000 go all the way up to a whopping $100,000 or more. This is a really big jump. So you can think about the deductibles similarly to ICBC. So if the damage to a unit falls below, say, this $5,000 mark, then your personal unit insurance that you obtain as a homeowner and is an annual cost of home ownership will then be used to cover whatever the damage is. If it goes over the $5,000 mark, which is the Strata insurance's deductible, these numbers here, if it goes over the Strata insurance deductible, then it's something that the Strata would claim for the damage to be fixed. But this is why it's very important that homeowners are looking at that insurance note, looking at those updated deductible amounts, because if your existing home insurance only covers the $5,000 or the $25,000, whatever it was that you had, you need to make sure that you are contacting your insurance broker and increasing the deductible amount that you are paying for in your personal unit insurance to the amount that is reflected on the insurance note in the Strata insurance note documents. So you absolutely need to know what the Strata insurance deductible is for flood, for water damage, all risks, sewage, all of these things. You need to make sure that you're communicating this to your insurance broker so that you have the adequate coverage. Because if your existing coverage is only for $5,000, but your Strata sent you a notice via the annual general meeting or whatever it was saying that the insurance deductible has been increased to $100,000, and you have a unit that maybe, maybe your washer dryer, your washer floods and affects the units below you or something like that, and you don't have adequate coverage, you're going to be in a little bit of an issue there. So that's why this is so important. This deductible is something that affects homeowners. Now, if you are on the buying side of things, this deductible is also very important to you, actually, because you want to make sure that you understand what the annual cost of home ownership is. Your unit insurance is something that you are going to be paying on an annual basis. And if that amount goes from, say, $500-600, which is what we were quoting people, if the deductible was less than $25,000, all the way up to $100,000 for a condo, you're looking at a difference, almost doubling, going from maybe that $500-600 mark to all of a sudden your insurance costing over $1,000, close to $1,000. So, knowing this and knowing the cost of home ownership and knowing what the deductible is and how much it's going to cost to get that coverage is also going to be a very important thing for the buyers to have. So one of the things that we've been doing for our clients is adding in a subject to insurance so that you can verify that you can actually get insurance on the property and that you also know how much that deductible is and how much the cost of home insurance is going to cost on an annual basis. So this is another big one for home buyers out there right now. And of course, in turn, all of this is definitely affecting the real estate market. It's affecting homeowners because if insurance isn't renewed, we're seeing a lot of collapsed deals. There's a lot of moving pieces here, and it's definitely affecting a lot of people. We're seeing a lot more condo sales because of it. And another thing that I should note is that these premiums and these deductibles are typically higher the more units there are. So really the people that are being affected the most by a lot of this are, high-rise condos that have a lot of units, maybe multi-phase but same strata. Low-rise buildings are being hit a little bit less hard in terms of deductibles, and then townhouses are kind of like the middle ground right now, where typically there's not as many units and we're not really seeing as much of a jump, but we were definitely still seeing a jump. And specifically in this premium side of things, you can't really get away from it right now, because again, it's a monopolization of the market, and the three big ones that are insuring people are Hub, BFL, and Capri. You might see ones like Square One or things like that for the higher deductibles as well. But not as many out there as there used to be. So I hope that this kind of clears everything up. I know that this is a confusing time. It's a lot to take in, this premium deductible, Strata insurance versus my insurance. There's a lot of parts to this, and so I've done my best to try and explain it. And again, watch my previous video as well on the insurance premiums, because I kind of break down why it matters for a homeowner or a buyer, and the relationship between the contingency reserve fund, the maintenance fee, and the Strata insurance premium. So definitely check that one out. I will try and maybe do another video on this as I kind of get more information on it. If you guys have any more questions or maybe things you want me to clarify in another video, definitely just leave a comment down below and I will take a look at those and try and put as much information together as I possibly can for you guys. But in the meantime, I hope that this was helpful. If you are thinking about selling or buying, or an existing homeowner and you have questions about the condo or the townhouse market right now, again, you know, my name is Mariko and I specialize in strata properties. This is really the bulk of my business, and I think that that's very, very important right now. You need to have somebody on your side that knows how to communicate these strata issues, knows how to communicate and read strata documents properly, and really be able to tell the difference between a good strata and maybe a not so good strata. So I am always here for you. If you guys need me, definitely reach out to me anytime. Stay tuned for more videos. Enjoy the sun today, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.